Good evening, friends. Stephen Ben-Nun here with Israeli News Live and here on our Patreon channel. And I wanted to share an amazing testimony. It come to my mind just the other day, and I thought, gosh, I got to share this with you guys. I don't think I've ever shared this with you before. Open heart surgery is something that millions of people go through in this life. Adults especially go through open heart surgery. But when it's a little bitty fella, that is a totally different picture altogether. When we're talking about seeing images like this right here, little bitty fella, I mean, that's just hard to even imagine something that small having open heart surgery. But yet it's not uncommon. It does happen, and there are a lot of children that go through this. Well, we were faced with this many years ago. My oldest daughter was born with a heart valve that was not fully grown, and therefore her blood was running backwards in her body. And we had 3 different doctors that had come and told us, about the condition. And at this point, my wife was able to go home, but the baby was not. And that's where we were at, and facing open heart surgery. That's what the heart surgeon actually said. After 2 pediatricians that already had determined that there was definitely a problem, then the heart surgeon came in. They did testing, ultrasounds, things like that. They saw that there was a big gap in the valve, and that when the valve would close, the blood would rush backwards into her heart, and that just created some serious problems. So we were faced with that very same thing, what you're seeing right here. And of course, I had never seen what it looks like for these guys, what they'd have to go through, but just seeing all these monitors and tubes and everything hooked to a child, it's just unimaginable. And I remember at the time, I said to my wife, I said, I waited, the doctor left the room, he came in, he explained how the surgery was going to go, what it would take, what the prognosis were for this. He explained, exactly what was going on in her heart, and kind of like this valve here, and this child here, where the valve, I don't know what this one's actual issues are, but I can tell it's a heart valve in there, and it does say that on there. And in our daughter's case there, that valve was not fully closed. Like there's a little gap in that one as well, but that's the same thing it was. The valve was not closed. It didn't seat in the heart. The blood ran backwards. So the doctor leaves the room, and when he did, of course, the baby was down at the nursery at the time, and I said to my wife, I said, look, go get the baby. So at any rate, sorry about the dogs, they get kind of going nuts, depends on what's going on outside, but so I took our little daughter, who now, by the way, is 32 years old, I believe, and I held her in my arms, and when I prayed for her, I said, Father, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy that you would do anything. But I know that all you have to do is just nod your head, and she'd be made well. And I believe you. And I handed her back to her mom, went on about my way, and didn't think anything else of it. A day or so later, the doctor comes in again, and he was kind of frustrated. It's a heart surgeon again. He goes, I don't know what in the world is going on. He said, but the strange thing is, there's not anything wrong with this child. The heart valve is perfectly normal. And he says, and I don't know how in the world a heart valve could grow that far across, but it's normal. And he sent her home. And again, we saw the great and mighty hand of Jesus Christ, who truly is, Hebrews 13:8. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. I'm Stephen Ben-Nun. You're watching Patreon. Thank you for being a part of this, and God bless you.